about African Americans. The president spoke to the NAACP the other day.
Yep.
I thought he gave some pretty tough talk. It was like Bill Cosby talking. It was realistic. It was tough. As I said last week, a white guy can't talk like that to the NAACP. He talked about kids in brutal neighborhoods where it's really dangerous.
Well,
he said you still have to study. He said teachers that are lousy have to be fired.
That's great.
That sounds like you talking.
Well, yeah, it does. But the difference is I followed up with action. And I want to know, I mean, I can compare my record as a lieutenant governor on those subjects. So the question now for a lot of African Americans and for the country, what are you going to do?
Okay.
How do you move those very kids that you're talking about in poverty to the next level of realizing prosperity when you cut their opportunity by cutting their scholarship grants here in the District of Columbia? 1,700 poor African American kids, many of whom go to my high school.
You've just found an area we agree on. These opportunity scholarships should be maintained.
They should be maintained. So, but the administration, this president, then senator, has been garnering to kill those scholarships.
And who's doing it? The unions?
I don't know, the union, somebody's got his, obviously.
These are called opportunity scholarships. They basically allow, in many cases, kids from tough neighborhoods to get a chance to go to good schools. To go to the regular pro schools.
Two of them go to the same school his kids go to. Yeah. And I suspect the reason they finally backed off of that is because they didn't want the bad publicity.
Did they back off it?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, well, we'll just grandfather these kids through, but then the scholarship ends and no one else can go.
Well, that's not backing off enough.
Well, exactly. And
we agree on that.
So how do you do, but then again, Chris, if you want to talk about this, you can go to the NAACP and say a lot, but it's what you do. So you cut opportunity scholarship for African American kids here in the city. Well, what about all those scholarship opportunities and resources for historically black colleges and universities that your administration has just
You know what you have to do?
Budget?
I mean, I hate to tell you how to do your job, but Cardinal Spellman High School is one of the reasons this woman, Sotomayor, got into Princeton. She went to a good Catholic high school.
Just as John Carroll High School, where a lot of these kids go here in the city, is the reason I got into Johns Hopkins and Georgetown Law School. But there are a lot of kids who are falling behind me who won't be able to do that.
I'm glad I voted for you for senator.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Okay,
too.
let's talk about this socialism remark of yours. It wasn't a remark.